Hello, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2021 AI Awards. My name is Mark Kelly, the founder of AI Ireland and the AI Awards. Since 2018, Artificial Intelligence Ireland has been a community devoted to promoting AI in Ireland. Through the use of the AI Awards, we aim to increase public awareness of artificial intelligence and bring academia and industry together to showcase the excellent work done on the island of Ireland. AI Ireland's mission is to increase the use of AI for the benefit of our society, our competitiveness, and for everyone living in Ireland. This year marks the 65th anniversary of coining of the term artificial intelligence by John McCarthy, who is seen as the father of AI. Over those 6 decades, AI has moved from theory and limited academic applications to becoming an everyday reality. Ireland has steadily grown its AI ecosystem over the last 25 years. Despite the disruption of the last 2 years, the uptake of artificial intelligence among Irish businesses is set to increase significantly in the next 3 years, according to a study by Explio. Almost 2/3 of businesses in Ireland will be using artificial intelligence or machine learning by 2023, an increase of 22% from today. The pandemic has been a driver in adoption of the technology, with 40% of businesses saying that they've automated more processes as a result of the pandemic, with 1 in 5 saying AI and machine learning was fundamental to the success of their business, and 17% believing that automation could help reduce COVID-19 backlogs. Since we last met, the Irish Government has published its National AI Strategy, AI Here for Good, which seeks to exploit AI in a positive way to retain Ireland's global competitiveness and future productivity. The strategy signals and seeks to build upon the centrality of AI for Irish society and business, crucial to the development of the science and technology sectors, which will lead to investment and innovation. Education and training must respond to the new digital skills transformation, and enterprise will be at the forefront of this, building on an essential government commitment to support training and create jobs in the sector. The emphasis on driving the adoption of AI across Irish enterprise through collaboration between industry and academic research and between SMEs and multinationals is welcome, and I hope will create many opportunities for innovators within the strong rubric of the European Commission's intended regulatory structures under the AI Act, which seeks to set consistent standards for AI production across the EU. I'd like to say a massive thank you to our sponsors for their support today, and a special thanks to our principal sponsor, Microsoft. I hope you enjoyed today, and I believe it's going to be an absolutely fantastic event, and thank you all for being with us today. I'd now like to welcome Anne Sheehan, General Manager of Microsoft, up. Anne.
On behalf of Microsoft Ireland, I would like to welcome you all to the 2021 AI Awards. We are delighted to be the principal sponsor again this year, and actually we've sponsored these awards since their inception. They showcase how organisations, both large and small, across Ireland are using artificial intelligence in an innovative way to solve a multitude of problems, improve customer service, improve health outcomes, help our sustainability efforts, and so much more. And what a difference 18 months can make. At the previous AI Awards, both EU regulation and Irish national AI strategies were still in development. But now the EU Commission's AI regulation aims to turn Europe into a global hub for trustworthy artificial intelligence. It sets out to put the citizen at the centre of the regulation with the protection of general interests, health, security and fundamental rights explicitly emphasised. The government's recently published its national AI strategy, AI Here for Good, which seeks to use AI in a positive way to retain Ireland's global competitiveness and future productivity. The government's strategy also seeks to drive the adoption of AI across Irish enterprise through collaboration between industry, academic research, and between SMEs and the multinationals. These developments will help to realise the promise of AI to transform our lives for the better. Overall, in Microsoft, we applaud this approach, which sets out a path to ethical, sustainable, accelerated and meaningful innovation for AI. This approach fully underscores Microsoft's own AI ethos. We believe that AI is a defining technology for our time, and we are really optimistic about what AI can do for people, industry, and society, now and in the future, in the ways that we're already seeing and in ways we simply cannot fathom yet. Microsoft's approach to AI is based on 3 principles: meaningful innovation, empowering people, and most important, responsibility. Meaningful innovation. Just consider some of the finalists here today who we have worked with to bring their vision of meaningful innovation to life. Terrain AI, AI Premi, ACI Worldwide, and Stat Sports. These are just examples of the innovations, and I'm sure you're all looking forward to hearing much more about the fascinating and well-deserved finalists here today. When we talk about empowering people in Microsoft, our AI tools are used in workplaces, home offices, research labs, manufacturing facilities around the world to empower everyone from students and teachers to work remotely and on-site. As AI tools become more intrinsic part of people's everyday lives, we are also working to ensure that AI datasets are more inclusive of people with disabilities. That in turn can lead to the development of better tools to assist people with disabilities with everyday tasks and to create AI systems that are less likely to magnify prejudices that can skew decision-making. And finally, and possibly the most important principle for us in Microsoft, is responsibility. We recognize that AI systems can be used for both desirable and undesirable purposes, and that their uses may have unintended outcomes. We think we must be realistic about the challenges that will arise. As AI systems get more sophisticated and start to play a much larger role in people's lives, we believe it's imperative to develop and adopt clear principles that guide people building, using, and deploying AI systems. These principles should ensure that AI systems are fair, reliable, safe, private, secure, inclusive, transparent, and accountable. And we are committed to helping more people access the benefits of differential privacy, which safeguards the privacy of individuals while making useful data available for research and decision-making. And we recognize that the development of AI presents many challenges, and we know that technologies that use AI must be developed responsibly in a way that fosters trust and maintains privacy protections. Microsoft also recognizes that we have a responsibility to work with many different partners to ensure that everyone gets the benefits of AI breakthroughs and technologies. We are so optimistic about the future of AI, and we think AI advances will solve many more challenges than they present. I also want to say that Microsoft is very open to discussing opportunities for collaboration in the future, so please don't hesitate to approach myself or my team or reach out to us through Mark. And I wish all the very best of luck from Microsoft to all the finalists here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anne. And now our first award is Best Application of AI in an Academic Research Body, which is sponsored by the RDI Hub. And before I welcome Liam Cronin, CEO of RDI Hub, to the stage, I'd like to show you a short video. Now, Liam Cronin, please.
Thanks, Mark. Good morning. I'm Liam Cronin, CEO of the RDI Hub in Killorgan. Thanks for showing the video there. It was excellent. As you might have seen from the video, the RDI Hub is a major change initiative in the southwest of Ireland, focused on new paths for economic growth and accelerated job creation through a sustainable, pioneering, world-class, design-led digital innovation hub and living lab ecosystem. The RDI Hub is a not-for-profit, public-private partnership between Fexco, private enterprise, Munster Technology University as our research partner, Kerry County Council from a local government sustainability perspective, and then we're also funded by the Enterprise Ireland Regional Enterprise Development Fund. The RDI Hub is all about helping to spark new ideas, forge new connections, guide people to become entrepreneurs, and connect corporates and SMEs with the people that will help them innovate through our programmes and our research and development collaborations. Mark mentioned at the start John McCarthy. John McCarthy, the father of artificial intelligence, who created the Lisp programming language, the standard programming language used in robotics and other scientific applications and in a multitude of internet-based services, father immigrated from Cremon in County Kerry, 10 kilometres from the RDI Hub. Each year, 2 years ago, we kicked off the John McCarthy AI Summer School, and I'm delighted that our founding sponsors, Microsoft, the Adapt Centre and Munster Technology University are here today. And then our new sponsors this year, Tangent and AI Ireland, are also here today. The John McCarthy AI Summer School focus on a specific thematic each year. In the inaugural year, we looked at the whole area of AI for sustainability. And last year, we looked at the whole area of AI for wellness over 2 days, where on day one, we had very much core research presentations from both national and international professors and postdocs, and day two was very much around applied research. Bringing together leaders from academic and business together in the AI Summer Schools is the AI Summer Schools ambition to support the growth of the sector, which according to estimates by PwC has the potential to boost Ireland's GDP by 11.6% or 48 billion by 2030. AI, as we all know, is going to have a truly transformative effect on our lives over the coming years, and is already a discipline which has risen to prominence recently with the applications of AI in the battle against COVID-19 that we see here today in the nominations for the best application of AI in an academic research body. AI will be a key driver of future economic growth in Ireland, delivering high valuable jobs and a massive competitive advantage. The government, as was mentioned earlier, recently published the AI Here for Good national strategy, stresses the importance of collaborative research and innovation within the sector, and stated that AI has huge potential to help the health sector improve patient experience and provide more accurate diagnostics and intervention. AI adoption is continuing at a rapid pace here in Ireland, with a recent Eurostat report showing that Ireland is the leading country in the EU for AI adoption in business. So finally, as I said, RDI Hub are delighted to sponsor the AI Ireland Awards, and especially the John McCarthy Best Application of AI in an Academic Research Body. And the nominations, as you can see on the screen, are the Infant Centre, University College Cork, Vista Milk SFI Research Centre, Insight SFI Centre, for data analytics, Maynooth University for terrain AI, and Tyndall National Institute for wearable AI. So we're going to move now to a video of the 4 nominations.
I'm Mark O'Sullivan, a postdoctoral researcher in the Infant Research Centre in University College Cork. The Infant Research Centre is a leading translational research centre focused on pregnancy, birth, the newborn and early childhood. I'm representing the team at Infant, working on AI-based technologies for the detection of brain injuries in newborns. Newborn brain injuries accounts for 23% of all infant deaths and 1 million cases of permanent disability globally every year. EEG monitoring is the gold standard for neurological monitoring. However, it requires specialised expertise to both set up the equipment and to interpret the resulting EEG traces. The team at Infant have previously developed deep learning algorithms for neonatal EEG interpretation, achieving state-of-the-art performance. Our recent advances on the Neurobuild project focuses on bringing this disruptive technology toward everyday clinical use by developing an end-to-end diagnostic solution which integrates portable and wireless monitoring with onboard AI. EEG monitoring is currently limited to tertiary care hospitals. By developing a portable and wireless monitor with onboard decision support, we aim to widen the demographic of hospitals capable of providing EEG monitoring for high-risk newborns. The impact of this means that neurological monitoring of newborns can be performed in an accurate and timely manner at the cot site across multiple settings. This research leverages the power of AI and interdisciplinary research, combining engineering, computer science, and clinical expertise to develop a solution that meets the clinical need for a robust, automated brain monitoring system.
My name is Mark Keane. I'm the Chair of Computer Science at University College Dublin, and I'm representing the Insight and Vistamilk SFI Research Centres as nominees for the award in academic research body. About 5 years ago, we realised that we needed to do a lot more in the agri-food sector in Insight. And so we were really motivated by two factors. One was that we wanted to work with Irish multinationals and SMEs a lot more. And secondly, we were concerned about sustainability and climate change. And so the Vistamilk Research Centre emerged from this collaboration with Waterford Institute of Technology, the Tyndall Institute, and Teagasc. And over the last 5 years, we've developed a range of AI models in the precision agriculture area. So we have models for predicting animal disease, for predicting grass growth, and also for spectral analysis of food and milk. We believe that this work has been really important because it has really brought AI into the heart of this very important industry for Ireland, and especially in the context of climate change, where it's clear that Irish agriculture has to become hugely more efficient and sustainable in the future.
Salvatore Tedesco's wearable AI team works on AI-powered wearable healthcare and well-being technology. Current health policy seeks to extend the human life while minimizing related healthcare costs. Predictive tools could help to do this by analyzing individuals' risk of death. To date, there is limited research using AI in this field. Our study investigated machine learning modeling for all-cause and cancer-related mortality prediction in an older adult cohort. This was the first study to investigate how to predict cancer-related mortality in older people years before symptoms occur. The dataset provided by the Healthy Aging Initiative from Sweden included rich and diverse variables covering all aspects influencing older people's daily lives. Our biggest challenge was a severely imbalanced dataset. For example, of the 2,291 participants, only 92 died in the follow-up period. Of these, 50 died from cancer-related conditions. We overcame this by developing a new ensemble model. Results, an area under the curve of 0.88, showed that AI can be adopted to accurately predict all-cause mortality and cancer-related mortality in older adults, based on a limited number of tools, questionnaires and wearable data, for example. Wearable technology could therefore provide unbiased health markers in clinical research.
Terrain AI is fundamentally about developing new standards around the measurement and reporting of carbon stocks and emissions across complex terrestrial environments.
We're looking at all of these natural environments, agriculture, forestry, and peatlands, and how humans interact and manage those environments.
If you know where the emission is coming from, you can now deliver a spatially refined policy focused on that specific source or location.
We've got a wide degree of multi-thematic data that's being used. Our destination really here is providing analysis-ready data to researchers. We use different computational models and machine learning to break down those data sets and extract useful information.
By working collectively, we will be able to deliver the scientific evidence base to inform much more refined policy that can deliver a measurable reduction in carbon emissions.
Okay, so I think everyone would agree that there were some fantastic videos there, some fantastic examples of the application of AI in the academic research body. But like all awards, there can only be one winner. And I'm delighted to announce the Infant Research Centre as the 2021 Best Application of AI in an Academic Research Body.
Thank you very much, Liam. Congratulations to yourself. Our next award is Best Application of AI in Large Enterprise. And I'd like to welcome Anne Sheehan, General Manager, Microsoft, back on stage. Thanks, Anne.
So the finalists for the best application of AI in a large enterprise are ACI Worldwide, Bank of Ireland, Shutterstock and Zalando. So I think we're going to watch a short video now.
It's a privilege for ACI Worldwide to have been shortlisted for this year's AI Awards under the category of Best Application of AI in a Large Enterprise. Data science is an ever-evolving discipline, and more so in the last 18 months during COVID. As expected, there has been a noticeable increase in people shopping online over purchasing goods in person.
Traditional machine learning models for fraud prevention will struggle with constant changes in behavior, especially now during COVID, where different regions have different lockdown restrictions that are affecting the shopping behaviors. ACI Data Science has developed a new innovative approach using incremental learning to allow our models to adapt to changes automatically to prevent degradation of performance over time. Incremental learning uses online classifiers to determine the true class of a transaction, if it's a fraudulent or a genuine one, as it's streamed to our platform to learn from that constant feed of data rather than just looking at the traditional historical data set.
If degradation is seen, we can break down the decision tree and rebuild portions of it that are relevant based on the behavioral changes we've observed. An autonomous machine learning approach that has the ability to make its own decisions allows for prescriptive thinking, moving away from traditional methods. It is a combined effort of a full-stack data science team encompassing automation and ML ops, as well as our statisticians and computer scientists that have made this a reality.
Customers are the lifeblood of our business at Bank of Ireland, and supporting needs of customers and communities is a key strategic priority. Understanding their behavior is critically important as part of the digital relationship bank ambitions of BOI. Hence, we rely on AI and machine learning to re-establish that personal touch that has been challenged by the era of self-service and open banking. We strive to recreate the personal relationship we traditionally have had with our customers on our digital channels by providing consistent, relevant, and personalized messaging. We have transitioned from a product-first to a customer-first approach by using an in-house next best action NBA engine. This was achieved using a calibration algorithm that calibrates the propensity scores from the upstream product-level predictive models, thereby allowing a fair comparison at the customer level. Business rules are also included as part of the final NBA ranking algorithm to choose the most relevant communication. The NBA engine drives personalization within the BOI mobile app and the 365 online platform. It is built from scratch using the Hadoop distributed file system that increases the time efficiency and robustness of the underlying ranking algorithm. It is a custom-built state-of-the-art recommender engine that does not rely on any of the existing recommender system algorithms. The inbuilt randomized control trial setup aims to reduce biases when testing the effectiveness of new campaigns by running time-based experiments. It enables us to measure the effectiveness of personalized communications, thus informing the stakeholders about the messaging which is most impactful with the target customers. The NBA engine has thus transformed how BUs can have more relevant and timely communication with customers and has already delivered more than 20 million personalized messages in the first 6 months itself.
Computer vision is everywhere. It enables computers to learn from images and videos so that they can perform automated tasks based on that information. Quality datasets are at the core of computer vision. However, current datasets are scarce and low quality. Plus, they're expensive and time-consuming to curate and are biased in their representation. Expensive, slow, biased. This was the challenge for the AI team at Shutterstock when it built the proposed solution. Now, our innovative new tool has the ability to support natural language and leverage linguistic representations of images and text as it explores more than 400 million images. And it provides an interactive framework that produces specialized datasets, which helps it to explore diversity in race, gender, and age. This allows large-scale datasets to train computer vision models and innovate in AI. The result? Fast, reliable, and unbiased datasets at low cost. Today, the Shutterstock AI team powers task-specific datasets for machine learning and offers dataset training for companies building computer vision models and products. It's just one more way Shutterstock is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
Hi, I'm Josip from Zalando's NLP team. Zalando processes around 66 million multi-item orders each year in 23 markets. A small portion of these items are returned due to potential safety issues, for example, a broken heel. To ensure safety of our customers, all complaints are initially processed by our frontline customer care agents that escalate them to a team of product safety experts. This team then decides if manual inspection is needed. However, due to a rarity of returns that require safety escalation, the frontline escalations trigger unnecessary manual investigations and, more worryingly, are potentially missing cases. To better protect customers, we augmented the frontline escalation process with a human-in-the-loop system supported by AI. For this, we use state-of-the-art machine learning and natural language processing techniques to overcome various challenges, adapting to new types of safety issues, a low amount of training data in some of the 18 languages spoken by Zalando's customers, as well as class imbalance and inconsistencies in the data labeled by the team of safety experts. The new fully compliant system now classifies incoming customer feedback in real time. It ensures customers are safe by flagging 5 times more cases for inspection than before. It also prevents overloading the safety inspection team by forwarding 10 times fewer irrelevant cases. All in all, this AI system now strengthens what Zalando does best, obsessing about serving customers at scale.
I'm sure you'll all agree, a very worthy list of finalists, but there always has to be one winner. And the winner in the best application of AI in a large enterprise goes to ACI Worldwide. So I'd like Jimmy Hennessy to come and accept the award.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Jimmy and team. But as Anne was saying, the applications there were truly, really outstanding. The benefits, real case studies now coming to market of the return on investment that can have and a positive customer journey that can be had on the back of that too. Our next award is Best Application of AI in a Student Project. And today, presented and sponsored by Altada, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Dennis Canty to the stage to say a few words about the applications. Dennis is the CTO of Altada. Dennis?
Thanks, Mark. Hi, everyone. I'm Dennis Canty, as Mark mentioned, CTO for Altada. Altada delivers world-class AI solutions that empower organizations to make data-driven decisions across financial services, security, and healthcare. Having opened 6 global offices this year alone, we're on a mission to deliver business outcomes globally by augmenting groundbreaking technology with the brilliance of human endeavour. This is the best application of AI in a student project, and Altada is delighted to sponsor this award, with students being the AI practitioners of the now and the AI leaders of the future. And the nominees are Edmund Kyo, Owen Kenny, Joe Linagau, and Yashir Hore. We now have a video of the award nominees and their projects.
My name is Edmund Kyo. I'm a master's student in University of Limerick, and my submission is based on radar resolution improvement techniques using AI, more specifically using conditional GANs to improve the resolution of automotive radar. I spent my summer working with Provisio. They're an advanced driver assistance system startup based in Limerick. So it's ADAS for short, and they were set up to tackle road deaths globally. So this is a massive problem. Every year 1.3 million people are killed on roads. It's easy to think of that as just a statistic, but when you think of those as individuals, you really start to grasp the scale of the problem. Like, they're not just numbers on a page, they're real people. Provisio wants to take that from 1.3 million down to 0, which is obviously a huge challenge, but you know, it's something that's obviously worthwhile. One of the ways that this is happening is through the use of radar technology. So radar gives you a way of viewing the world around you. It allows you to take in information from your environment and build a view of what's going on around the vehicle. I spoke extensively to Provisio's engineers about the challenges that they were facing, and something that came up was the resolution of the radar at long ranges. You're talking about hundreds of meters out, much the same way as when you're looking at something far away, you don't pick up the same level of detail. It's exactly the same with radar. I had seen during my own research that conditional GANs and GANs have been used to create high definition versions of images. I wonder, could the same thing be done for radar? So that's essentially where the idea came from.
Hello, my name is Owen Kenny, and I'm a PhD student with Vista Milk and the Insight Centre for Data Analytics at UCD. My professor is Mark Keane, and my PhD has focused mainly on prediction for grass growth in smart agriculture, as well as explainable AI. Some of our previous research focused on using machine learning for grass growth predictions, which was highly successful and the winner of an international award abroad. And in tandem to this, our colleagues at Teagasc developed a mechanistic model for grass growth prediction, which was also hugely successful and used nationwide currently. The key novelty here was the discovery of a meta model, which could be used to decide which of these models should be used in different situations throughout the year, as they both have different strengths and weaknesses. So combined together, the three models actually made the most accurate predictions, it was discovered.
Hello, my name is Jolyn O'Gow from Trinity College Dublin, and I'm one of the finalists for the Best Application of AI in a Student Project category. My project looked at automating the procedure of bacteria colony counting on contact plates using deep learning. Generally, bacteria counting is done manually by microbiologists, which gives rise to a few problems. Counting and recording bacteria colonies can take significant time and resources, and is prone to both human error and risk of infection due to prolonged exposure. As such, this project aimed to reduce counting time, reduce errors in results, and to empower microbiologists using deep learning. Deep learning was utilized by training an object detector and classifier to identify bacteria colonies on images of contact plates. This was done using a Python and Keras implementation of MaskRCNN by Matterport and GitHub. Once trained, new images could be processed, giving an accurate count of the amount of singular bacteria colonies present, as well as the amount of colony clusters, which could be further processed for better counting. The result from 6 weeks of work was a robust bacteria colony counter, which can only be improved given time and more data. It showed that deep learning has a practical use outside of the traditional spaces we related to, and can be used to create a safer and more efficient space for the field of microbiology.
Hello everyone, it's Yasser Houria. So HNAS Hyperneural Architecture Search, it's an algorithm based on genetic algorithm. With its novel fitness score, it will help to design and find compact size deep learning model with good performance. We have used HNAS with UNet deep learning model, which used for image segmentation with extra layers and connections. And we were able to find many different combinations by the HNAS, and we were able to reduce the size of the original unit by 16 times. Which lead to less training time, where the original unit we need around like 10 hours for training. The new compact size, we could train it by 3.5 hours with good performance.
I'm sure you'll agree that the future of AI in Ireland is in pretty safe hands. But like all awards, there's only one winner, and the winner is Owen Kenny.
Thank you, Dennis, and congratulations, Owen. I agree with you, Dennis. Some very, very strong applications there as well. Our next award is Best Use of AI in a Consumer or Customer Service Application, sponsored by ADAPT. I'd like to welcome Declan McKibben, Executive Director at ADAPT, to the stage now to provide more details about the award. Thank you very much, Declan.
Thank you, Mark. And welcome everybody here today. It's great to do an in-person event. So ADAPT is the SFI Research Centre for Digital Content Technologies. We are in excess of 400 researchers across 8 universities in Ireland, headquartered here in Trinity and co-hosted in Dublin City University. And it was great to hear Anne earlier really talking about some of the vision and values for Microsoft, because they align very much actually with ADAPT's interests as well. So our research vision is about pioneering new forms of proactive and scalable and integrated AI digital media, about empowering individuals and society to engage in digital experiences with control, with inclusion and with accountability. And we have a long-term vision towards a balanced digital society by 2030, helping people live successfully digitally in this hybrid physical digital world. And in fact, some of ADAPT researchers, if you have time later today, they have an exhibition in the Science Gallery, which is exploring some of these topics around bias and how bias really is effectively a human thing that gets built into technology if we're not cautious and aware about that. My responsibility within ADAPT is really about collaboration with industry and the commercialisation of our research, whether it's through spin-out companies or through collaboration with industry. And at ADAPT, we make this university research in AI and digital content technology more accessible to industry. So we enable our partners to discover and to realise these groundbreaking capabilities in automation, in business information, and in customer interaction. And our mission, therefore, within the commercialisation part of ADAPT is about advancing pioneering multidisciplinary research in AI-driven digital content technology in collaboration with industry. And then the consequence of that is that we're helping create these groundbreaking capabilities that then go on to drive economic growth and impact. So I'm chuffed to be here today to present this award for the best use of AI in a consumer or customer service application, because this is really where the rubber hits the road, where you see AI in action. So it's great. Our finalists today are Voya, EdgeTier, ESB, and Webio, and I think we're going to see a short video.
Hi, my name is Susie Harding, and I'm the VP of Data Science at Voya. We're finalists in the category for the best use of AI in a consumer application for our work in using AI to improve the customer experience in the travel industry. At Voya, we focus heavily on improving the customer experience through the application of AI and data science products and predictive models to our clients, which involve hotels, car rental websites, and other sectors of the travel industry. The travel sector has been significantly impacted by COVID over the last number of years, and they're desperately trying to return to normal and to understand these new types of customer experiences we're seeing around staycations and missed stays. We work with our clients to understand the customer experience and therefore improve their experience, giving every single person who visits a website a unique and powerful, efficient experience. Results that we've seen show people are able to find what they want and make bookings quicker. They're more likely to become repeat customers. There's less scrolling, and there's less searches required before they make a booking, and ultimately resulting in better customer experience and double-digit revenue uplift for the client.
Above all else, customer service is the department that decides whether your customers love you or leave you, and whether you can attract new customers or not. Additionally, within each customer service department, there is a fountain of information where every day customers explain exactly what issues they're having and exactly what they like and dislike about your company. Yet in contact centers everywhere, when they need to understand customers, they resort to manually looking through tickets or randomly asking agents what's going on. Despite all the valuable data they possess, customer service managers are completely unable to do simple things like understand what's driving a sudden spike in contacts in real time, or explain why contact rates on certain topics change from day to day. EdgeTier's AI technology changes all that. Our custom-built AI monitoring technology analyzes every single customer message and builds up an understanding of what normality looks like for your contact center. It's then able to spot any changes in customer language or terminology or phrasing used by your customers. This means that we can detect and explain what's driving that sudden spike in contacts, even if it is some issue that we've never seen before or you have never seen before. Our technology can also figure out more subtle things like why your payment queries went up by 5% yesterday. Once we detect an issue, we also accurately summarize the issue and crucially provide a clear quantification of the size of the issue, which customers it's affecting, as well as how your customers feel about the issue. Since launching this technology, the uptake has been phenomenal, and we are helping some of the most innovative companies in the world understand their customers deeply and react to customer issues in real time.
Putting the customer first is at the centre of ESB's Brighter Future strategy and everything we do at ESB. Our customers interact with us on a daily basis through a variety of ways, such as email, web, and phone calls. These contacts have started to increase significantly, which drove up the wait time for our customers and the handle time in the operations team. ESB and the data analytics team needed to understand what activities, from the time a customer joins us to the time that they leave, were driving the highest volume of customer contacts. ESB Data Analytics created a model that investigated the drivers for repeat contacts. It allowed the team to understand the triggers that related to repeat contacts and provided us visibility as to the repeat propensity for certain customer segments. ESB's data analytics team identified 15 key drivers that had an impact on repeat contacts. First contact resolution has also been reduced by 2%, which means our customers are getting the answer to their questions right the first time. This has also improved the quality of service for all of our customers across our full customer base.
Hey, I'm Cormac O'Neill, the CEO and co-founder of Webio. So at Webio, we develop conversational AI solutions for the credit collections and payment industry. We like to think that we make those difficult conversations about money that little bit easier to have. So a major challenge that our customers face is that customer contact has increasingly gone digital. And how do they manage those conversations to the right outcome and do so at scale? To meet this challenge, we at Webio have developed what we call the Webio Propensity Studio. So what the Propensity Studio does is it analyzes conversations in real time with the aim of predicting the outcome of a conversation, and therefore you can take actions on the back of that. So for example, if we're having a conversation with a customer and we flag it to be a vulnerable customer, that customer can then be passed to an agent who's trained and specialized in dealing with vulnerable customers. Alternatively, a customer may just want to talk to you or make a payment, not even talk to you, and that entire conversation can be automated and the right outcome is reached in a shorter possible time. So the benefits to this to our customers are significant. Today we're seeing up to 52% of conversations on our platform being fully automated, and some of our customers are seeing up to a 90% reduction in agent handling time by using the Webio platform.
Okay, so four very strong finalists there. Hard to separate them, but I'm very pleased to announce that the best application of AI in a consumer or customer service application is Webio.
Hello, and our next award is Best Use of Intelligent Automation of RPA and Cognitive Services, which is sponsored by Mazars. I would now like to welcome Lorcan Cocklow, partner at Mazars, up to say a few words for this award. Lorcan.
Thank you, Mark. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Mazars today. We've been sponsors of the AI Awards since they started, and I think AI and technology in general has shown great resilience during the current crisis. The companies that are shortlisted for this award are Health Beacon, Webio, Zalando, and Fire1 Foundry. And I think we're going to see a very short video on what these companies do. I'd like to congratulate all the entrants, shortlisted, and winners today. Thanks.
It is no secret that heart failure is one of the greatest challenges facing medicine today. Statistics show that 1 in 5 of us will suffer from heart failure. 50% of those will die within 5 years. What if we could change that? What if we could offer them some form of normality back? Simply put, our system uses a sensor placed into the inferior vena cava which monitors the vessel, sending the data to the patient's phone and to their medical team. Changes in vessel dimensions can indicate increased congestion and pending decompensation. Ultrasound imaging is used to better understand the IVC. Current practice involves selecting static images which are manually marked and returning only 2 values. Fire1 has developed an automatic segmentation solution that enables the extraction of real area from each recorded image, resulting in more than 1,000 values per scan. How did we do that? We trained a UNet on taking in a grayscale image and returning a segmentation map with 2 classes, IVC and background. Ground truth labels were generated for 470 images. These videos show the algorithm's power as we can now reconstruct a full scan automatically within seconds with a high level of accuracy. The top graph shows the reconstructed IVC following a large increase in blood volume. The bottom graph shows how small the vessel becomes when blood volume was reduced. Such drastic volumetric changes make the IVC an ideal location for monitoring heart failure status, moving heart failure to a place where everything becomes much more normal. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nilesh Iyer. I'm a senior data analyst at HealthBeacon. Today I am here to introduce you to one of the AI products that we are working on, which is closely related to behavioral analytics. HealthBeacon technology provides customized reminder system to patients to help them stay on track with their medication, and it is aimed at those who self-administer their medication on a regular basis, for example daily, weekly and so on. After analyzing the historical data collected using HealthBeacon system, this is the data which wasn't available before. It became evident that majority of patients follow their own trend while taking their medication, which is most likely the outcome of their own medication taking behavior in combination with the HealthBeacon device and technology. When we observed this trend in the data, we realized that we could improve our product by making HealthBeacon smart reminders even smarter. We did this by predicting the time of the day when patient is most likely to take their next scheduled injections by using historical data. One of the features of this product is to classify the patient into one of the behavioral groups in real time. This reminder system driven by AI, which is optimized based on the patient behavior, will be more effective than just notifying the patient at a specific time on the scheduled day. Additionally, tagging patients into one of the behavioral groups in real time will help customer care team to provide more critical support to group of patients who behave irregularly. As a result, more vulnerable and irregular patients will get more critical support that they need to stay on track with their medication, leading to more adherence and persistence to the medication.
Hey, I'm Cormac O'Neill, the CEO and co-founder of Webio. So at Webio, we develop conversational AI solutions for the credit collections and payment industry. We like to think that we make those difficult conversations about money that little bit easier to have. So a major challenge that our customers face is that customer contact has increasingly gone digital. And how do they manage those conversations to the right outcome and do so at scale? To meet this challenge, we at Webio have developed what we call the Webio Propensity Studio. So what the Propensity Studio does is it analyzes conversations in real time with the aim of predicting the outcome of a conversation, and therefore you can take actions on the back of that. So for example, if we're having a conversation with a customer and we flag it to be a vulnerable customer, that customer can then be passed to an agent who's trained and specialized in dealing with vulnerable customers. Alternatively, a customer may just want to talk to you or make a payment, not even talk to you, and that entire conversation can be automated and the right outcome is reached in a shorter possible time. So the benefits to this to our customers are significant. Today we're seeing up to 52% of conversations on our platform being fully automated, and some of our customers are seeing up to a 90% reduction in agent handling time by using the Webio platform.
Hi, I'm Josip from Alldus NLPT. Zalando processes around 66 million multi-item orders each year in 23 markets. A small portion of these items are returned due to potential safety issues, for example, a broken heel. To ensure safety of our customers, all complaints are initially processed by our frontline customer care agents that escalate them to a team of product safety experts. This team then decides if manual inspection is needed. However, due to a rarity of returns that require safety escalation, the frontline escalations trigger unnecessary manual investigations and, more worryingly, are potentially missing cases. To better protect customers, we augmented the frontline escalation process with a human-in-the-loop system supported by AI. For this, we use state-of-the-art machine learning and natural language processing techniques to overcome various challenges, adapting to new types of safety issues, a low amount of training data in some of the 18 languages spoken by Zalando's customers, as well as class imbalance and inconsistencies in the data labeled by the team of safety experts. The new fully compliant system now classifies incoming customer feedback in real time. It ensures customers are safe by flagging 5 times more cases for inspection than before. It also prevents overloading the safety inspection team by forwarding 10 times fewer irrelevant cases. All in all, this AI system now strengthens what Zalando does best, obsessing about serving customers at scale.
And I'm delighted to present to the winner of the 2021 RPA and Cognitive. The winner is Fire One Foundry.
Thank you very much, Lorcan. Congratulations to yourself. Another very, very strong category. The applications are truly, truly innovative and inspiring too. So next up is the best application of AI in a startup. And today I'm actually speaking also as a Chief Customer Officer at Alldus International. We're sponsoring this category. And as Chief Customer Officer, we've been working now over 3 years looking at the AI market in Ireland, the US and Europe and helping companies build and scale their team. And Alldus, we're a technical recruitment company that specializes in artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, and really want to help companies with their digital transformation to hire those people. We're very, very community focused, and what we try to do is take some of the case studies in the market about how companies are utilizing technology to solve business problems and also problems in health, and actually share them through our AI in Action and AI Mentors podcast series, and also our ServiceNow series as well. So if there's any content or information you want to be able to find, you'll be able to find it on alldus.com. Today's best application of AI in startup, we have BioWave, EdgeTier, Protex, and Think Biosolutions. And you're now going to hear a short video of each applicant giving a rundown of the project and how they go about it. And after that, I'll read out who the winner is.
When Evelyn and I were kids, we used to play video games together all the time. Our favorite was after school when we played Shrek on the PlayStation 2. We lost touch for about 15 years and reacquainted just last year. And of course, we wanted to play video games together again. But I was really sad to hear that Evelyn was no longer able to.
I have a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And when I was 14, I injured my hand, and because of my connective tissue disorder, it never healed. My disability cut me off from one of the most important parts of my life, playing video games with my friends. I spent lots of time and money trying to find a solution, but nothing worked for me.
We set out to build the Proteus controller ecosystem. The Proteus controller is made up of modules that connect together just like Lego. Our algorithm and connection mechanism are patent pending, and the goal is to enable everyone to build their own way to play.
When users access our online controller builder, they're presented with a survey to gather information about their disability, biography, and gameplay style. They proceed to creating their own customized controller with our 3D interactive tool, which is saved on their user profile. Using this data, we developed a recommender system pipeline, which matches the users to customized controller configurations. A density-based spatial clustering algorithm identified groups of users with similar characteristics. To select the most relevant users in a cluster, we applied a voting-based algorithm, which outputs the top 3 most similar user builds. We take the output of this user selection to optimize the system with reinforcement learning. Our matchmaking system improves the accessibility of our controller builder, allowing our community to easily create controllers which will suit their needs. The second tool we are developing is an AI analytics dashboard. We gather data directly from our controllers, for example, button presses, latency, and in-game performance. We created an ensemble model which compares the highest performing users and their configurations to predict the most important features of optimally performing controllers. Using this feature importance inspection, we output an efficiency score for each user. As seen in these examples, users can enhance their performance by adapting to suggestions and comparisons our dashboard makes.
Above all else, customer service is the department that decides whether your customers love you or leave you, and whether you can attract new customers or not. Additionally, within each customer service department, there is a fountain of information where every day customers explain exactly what issues they're having and exactly what they like and dislike about your company. Yet in contact centers everywhere, when they need to understand customers, they resort to manually looking through tickets or randomly asking agents what's going on. Despite all the valuable data they possess, customer service managers are completely unable to do simple things like understand what's driving a sudden spike in contacts in real time, or explain why contact rates on certain topics change from day to day. EdShare's AI technology changes all that. Our custom-built AI monitoring technology analyzes every single customer message and builds up an understanding of what normality looks like for your contact center. It's then able to spot any changes in customer language or terminology or phrasing used by your customers. This means that we can detect and explain what's driving that sudden spike in contacts, even if it is some issue that we've never seen before or you have never seen before. Our technology can also figure out more subtle things like why your payment queries went up by 5% yesterday. Once we detect an issue, we also accurately summarize the issue and crucially provide a clear quantification of the size of the issue, which customers it's affecting, as well as how your customers feel about the issue. Since launching this technology, the uptake has been phenomenal, and we are helping some of the most innovative companies in the world understand their customers deeply and react to customer issues in real time.
Hi, my name is Kieran, and I'm the CTO of Protex AI. We're building computer vision technology that identifies danger before it becomes a problem for the industrial workforce. Modern safety practices are still super reactive, meaning that you have to wait for an accident to occur before something can be done about it. We allow companies like Siemens, Musgraves, and Dublin Port to proactively identify risk in their facility and implement corrective actions to mitigate it. We leverage customer domain knowledge by allowing them to build safety and site visibility rules into the platform. Our flexible vision block architecture interprets these rules at runtime to generate an optimized custom computer vision pipeline. We deploy our processing engine on site, which allows us to preserve customer and worker privacy. One of our customers had 3 fatalities in the last 2 years and are using Protex to ensure that this never happens again.
Hello, my name is Dr. Sharia Sanyal, and I am the CEO and Chief Scientist at Think Biosolution. Today, there is a gap in the healthcare market. Hypertension and other chronic conditions are only monitored once the patient has been diagnosed in the severe or critical stages. This leads to increased cost of care and reduces the patient's quality of life. The gap exists because manual detection of pre-hypertension requires nurse managers to inspect trends in blood pressure data that can stretch over weeks or months. Our chronic disease prevention platform solves this problem by using HyperDetect, the world's first AI-powered risk indicator for early detection of both hypertension and hypotension. In addition to making detection of pre-hypertension, our platform saves 28 minutes of nurse managers' time per week, which equates to savings of €114 per patient per month. The impact of using a risk indicator to detect chronic hypertension in mild stages have been validated by our 18 paying clients in US and Ireland. We could detect undiagnosed hypertension in 27% of the patients on average. This leads to cost saving of €13,000 per patient per year, and patients can increase their length of stay by 5.2 years.
I'm sure you'll agree with me, all very, very good nominees, and it's a very, very hard decision, very, very close call as well. And the winner is EdShare. Congratulations to EdShare. Now, our next award is Best Use of AI in Sector, which is sponsored by CCT College. And I'm delighted to welcome to the stage Marie McTighe, Head of Marketing. Marie?
Thank you, Mark. As Mark said, my name is Marie McTighe, and I'm the Head of Marketing at CCT College Dublin. I'm delighted to be representing CCT here today. Well done to you, Mark, and all the team of AI Ireland on producing such a wonderful event, which showcases the amazing work being done in this area at the moment. Globally, we are witnessing a time of unparalleled change and also one of dynamism. And higher education institutions like ourselves and like all other organisations need to reflect on and reimagine their make-up, purpose and relevance. At CCT College Dublin, we recognise the need to be creative, flexible and adaptable in education provision, with the student and educational quality at the core of everything that we do. We also need to remain focused on our purpose, which is to equip our graduates with the knowledge, skills, competence and attitudes that will support them in the pursuit of lives that are rich with purpose and promise. CCT College Dublin specialises in the fields of computing, information technology and business, and includes a graduate conversion course in AI applications. We are proud that employers and society benefit from CCT graduates who are accomplished, self-aware, innovative and adaptable. The organisations which have been shortlisted for the best use of AI in sector are companies in which individuals and groups of individuals are producing work which is reflective of all of these attributes. They are quite literally changing our world, and CCT College Dublin is delighted to be sponsoring this category today. And the nominees that are shortlisted are Car Trawler, Cerdan, Kinnesense and Stat Sports. And we're going to watch a video now which will summarise this work.
So if you've ever been offered a car rental or ground transportation when you're on an airline site booking a flight, that was probably us. My team, plus our colleagues around the business, we use a lot of AI, a lot of ML, a lot of data warehousing, a lot of reporting in order to make this business work. We have one of the largest Snowflake warehouses in Europe. We orchestrate all the data in and out using Airflow. We have a ton of reporting for internal and for partner use, which we use Tableau and Tableau Embed to put the web interface on it. And then we have a lot of models running real time in production. We're very proud of this. So we've got our own platform which we built with our colleagues in P&T called ACDC, and that allows us to run Python models, push them through a CI/CD proper MLOps framework and update them, and they run in real time. They work on car pricing, insurance pricing, fraud prevention, insurance risk management, and a couple of other things. And we're not stopping there. We're currently implementing Snowplow for front-end tagging. So a great bunch of people and a great place to work.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Armstrong. I'm an AI engineer at Cerdan. Cerdan is a medical software company with a unique goal of improving well-being through innovation. That means that we see innovation and new technologies as an opportunity to improve well-being. At the minute, and everybody's aware of the whole pandemic, healthcare is very much at the forefront of our minds. And even before that, we started focusing on one of the key areas that makes a difference in healthcare, and that is the screening programs. We saw AI and deep learning as a tool that is able to collect information, annotate and look at images, but crucially extract that information to be able to put it into a human readable format. Let's call it a report. And once you get the information from slide, from scan to report, you've taken over a workflow and you're able to give the clinician still the privilege, let's call it, of signing off, the responsibility of that, but take away a lot of the mundane things that algorithms and machine learning is so good at. We focused on two different areas, the breast cancer screening program and the bowel cancer screening program, looking at mammograms and then inputting an algorithm into our own technology, the Corelight, so that it's able to identify anywhere in the world, it can send an image, and it's able to identify microcalcification signs of cancer. And then in the bowel cancer screening program, we worked on colon polyps, deriving information from images, analysing, finding the tumorous areas, getting metrics from that, and then putting it into the report. That's how we are improving well-being through innovation using AI as a tool.
Keynote developed video content search and analytics software for police forces. Our software enables officers to quickly review CCTV footage and extract insights that can help solve criminal investigations. Working alongside our colleagues on the Video Intelligent Search Platform project, we are developing AI solutions for several tasks. This includes the development of a codec classifier which allows police officers to identify and open unfamiliar video formats, finding motion events in video and classifying the source of the motion, detecting and tracking objects even in low light and complex scenes, person re-identification and attribute-based search. This allows officers to find all objects matching some criteria, such as a person wearing black clothes and carrying a bag. Pixel-precise person redaction without overly destroying the background. Having high-quality datasets is crucial for creating high-performing AI algorithms. We embrace 3 strategies to build out datasets tailored to our surveillance use case. Firstly, we use an auto-labeling pipeline with some human supervision to label interesting scenes from our vast collection of CCTV videos that have been provided by police forces. Secondly, we rely on our synthetic data generation pipeline to fill data gaps. And finally, we perform a range of smart operations to transfer the style of CCTV imagery to non-surveillance style imagery. Models trained with our curated datasets demonstrate a marked improvement over baseline models, particularly for challenging scenes.
The StatSport Apex system is a customer-driven platform composed by individual wearable devices, the pods, and proprietary software. By combining the most advanced GPS technologies with powerful inertial sensors, the system delivers more than 260 metrics, with high precision both live and post-session. StatSport system is used by 600 teams worldwide. Despite the extensive use of GPS technology across different elite sport organizations and different sports, the amount of research done using statistics and machine learning is mostly related to the prediction of outcome or to the behavior of the team, may it be a win or a lose. This leads to a lack of usable and useful information using GPS and inertial data, which hampers the understanding and, most importantly, the adoption of this type of data by the coaching teams. StatSport is using artificial intelligence to help overcoming these limitations by providing innovative insights on GPS and inertial data that were previously overwhelming by the coaching teams. StatSport developed an innovative approach mainly focusing on the behavior and workload of each athlete individually and collectively. This approach can be divided in 3 main aspects. StatSport's pioneering use of AI in different aspects of team sports is raising the performance level of professional and non-professional athletes. This is the reason why I believe StatSport is a strong contender for the best use of AI in the sector.
I think you'll agree that they're all fantastic pieces of work. I'm delighted now to announce that the winner of Best Use of AI in Sector is StatSports.
Thank you very much, Marie. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Tiago. And I agree, the application's very, very strong. And it was within Life Edge, so it's a very, very well contested award. And our final award is Best Application of AI to Achieve Social Good. And this award is sponsored by the IDA Ireland. And we have Dr. Nicola Stokes, technologist at IDA, to share a few words and to also share a summary of the videos. Dr. Nicola?
Thanks for the introduction, Mark, and I'm delighted to be here to present the award. So this has been a real breakthrough year for AI, and this has certainly been the case for many of our IDA clients who have really taken the opportunity this year to scale out and productize AI applications that they've been working on. But AI isn't just a tool for monetizing data and pursuing new business models. AI has the ability to address national and global societal challenges. And this has been a strong focus of the government's new national AI strategy, which was released earlier this year and is called AI for Good. And it identifies a niche area for Ireland in terms of AI research that aligns with societal good, and that is in the area of AI ethics and trustworthy AI. It also highlights the strength of the AI ecosystem in Ireland, and IDA is a proud sponsor of these AI awards and really recognises the great work that Mark and his colleagues in AI Ireland do in promoting excellence in AI research and development across the public and private sector in Ireland. So the nominees for this award category, Best Application of AI to Achieve Social Good, are AI Premi UCD, API Sport Protect, Automated Regulatory Monitoring, and Terrain AI. We're now going to see a set of short videos from these entries.
Even though there's descriptions of preeclampsia dating back to the time of the ancient Egyptians, families and babies still continue to be significantly affected because there's no definitive test to diagnose preeclampsia.
The AI Premi team has come together to solve this challenge. Together, we draw upon cutting-edge biomedical, clinical, and machine learning know-how to solve this problem and reduce enormous competing risks for mothers and babies.
Our team have developed a novel AI-based solution for diagnosing PET. Working with SAS Analytics, a global leader in data science, we use the power of machine learning to unravel the relationships between the information we have about patients and the occurrence of PET. By combining the indications of PET that come from the novel biomarkers that the team have developed and the in-depth patient information that's available in hospitals, we're building a reliable and accurate test for this condition.
The impact of AI Premi will be a game changer in tackling preeclampsia. As a clinician, I cannot wait to use it as part of our care.
We believe our solution will transform the lives of pregnant women and their babies.
My name is Dr. Fiona Edwards-Murphy, CEO and co-founder of Apis Protect. 1/3 of our food relies on having access to healthy honeybees. A whole host of foods such as almonds, blueberries, cranberries and apples owe their entire existence to pollination. Unfortunately, right now, in many countries, up to half of our honeybees are dying every year. A host of problems, diseases and pests are devastating hive populations around the globe. It's becoming harder and harder every year for beekeepers to service the $10 billion honey market and the $1 billion pollination services market globally. We founded Apis Protect in 2017 with the objective of using the latest scientific techniques and technology to help beekeepers to reduce losses and increase productivity in their hives. We're helping beekeepers to connect with their hives on a deeper level. We do this using a unique combination of Internet of Things technology, data science, and expert bee knowledge. We embed sensors inside the beehive, extract data remotely, and apply machine learning and big data techniques. These techniques allow us to provide actionable insights back to the beekeepers, which helps them to identify problems in their hives far earlier, allowing them to reduce those problems and increase yield. We have deployed this technology now across millions of honeybees on 3 continents over the last 4 years, collecting over 15 million data points. Our technology now enables beekeepers to double their gross margin, more than double labor efficiency, and ultimately switch it from a position of losing bees year on year to growing their operation by as much as 40%.
Hi, my name is Ignacio Collis, and I am the co-founder of ARN, a solution that helps financial institutions ensure the best treatment of vulnerable customers. More than 50% of the adult population displays characteristics of vulnerability like poor literacy and numeracy, poor digital skills, and mental illness. This causes an impact on their financial well-being, as they may not fully understand financial information, or they may struggle to make financial decisions. We help financial institutions like banks or lenders to ensure the best treatment of vulnerable customers by identifying early signs of vulnerability and monitoring a tailored customer journey for each customer based on their characteristics. We use a machine learning model that uses transactional data to identify those early signs of vulnerability and prevent any harm to the final consumer.
Terrain AI is fundamentally about developing new standards around the measurement and reporting of carbon stocks and emissions across complex terrestrial environments.
We're looking at all of these natural environments, agriculture, forestry and peatlands, and how humans interact and manage those environments.
If you know where the emission is coming from, you can now deliver a spatially refined policy focused on that specific source or location.
We've got a wide degree of multi-thematic data that's being used. Our destination really here is providing analysis-ready data to researchers. We use different computational models and machine learning to break down those data sets and extract useful information.
By working collectively, we will be able to deliver the scientific evidence base to inform much more refined policy that can deliver a measurable reduction in carbon emissions.
Congratulations to all the nominees. I think you'll all agree a very, very strong cohort of nominees there. So I'd like to announce the winner for the best application of AI to achieve social good. And the winner is Terrain AI. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Looking through those nominees and just truly inspiring some of the applications to achieve AI for social good. It's very, very exciting what can be happening in the future. And that is all our awards completed today. I'd like to congratulate everybody who took part and our nominees and the shortlists and also the winners. So big, big congratulations to everybody. A massive thank you to all our sponsors for helping us provide this event today. We couldn't have done it without you. Special mention to Microsoft, our principal sponsor. And I'd like to pass you on to Ken Finnegan. Ken is the CEO of Tangent, and we've been able to use Tangent's venue today, and they've been so helpful in organising the event, particularly Anya, going through all the different areas of things that we needed to do. Ken has been adding so much value into the community for several years. I got to know Ken from his work at IDA and some of the work that he did at AI Ireland. So I'd just like to pass you on now to Ken Finnegan, please.
Thank you very much, Mark. Congratulations, well done. Really inspiring cohort of finalists today and award winners today. So well done, everybody, and congratulations. So welcome here to Tangent. We're delighted to be able to host the AI Awards this year. We're involved in AI somewhat ourselves, so it's just a nice collaboration. A couple of years ago, and not a couple of years ago, once upon a time I was the chief technologist in IDA Ireland. I see a colleague, Nicola, was just here from IDA. And I was tasked with developing a national proposition for artificial intelligence in Ireland. So it was like looking at what the strengths of the country had, and from a corporate perspective, from a startup perspective, in our universities, from a government perspective as well. And one thing that was really apparent is that there's great strength in this country, there's great opportunity and great collaboration. And from all that work, I think activities like today is representative of the community coming together. So it is so important for all the players to come together at events like this, in locations like this, of course, to support, to encourage and to celebrate the incredible people and organisations turning their innovative ideas into products and services and ensuring the economic success and reputation of Ireland and their organisations. I think that's really important. It's like, even from a tangent perspective, look at Ireland's reputation, and we've done so well over the past 30, 40 years in terms of foreign direct investment, and you can see companies like Microsoft coming in and supporting activities and startups like this as well. So in the room today, we have an enviable ecosystem of MNCs, SMEs, government, academic and public bodies. When I was in IDA speaking to client companies overseas, the one thing that they always pointed out was the community in Ireland and the desire for this community to work together and to collaborate. And as I said, the AI Awards is representative of this from the sponsors and the supporters, as well as participants who engage and are awarded fantastic prizes. I define innovation as the turning of an idea into impact, and you really have demonstrated incredible innovation and impact this morning. I was also delighted to see that there's just now an award for social innovation or social good this year as well. AI is the new frontier, and everyone here today are pioneers in the development and delivery of new value for your customers and society. I honestly believe that Ireland and this community right here today are ensuring Ireland remains as one of the top locations for artificial intelligence investment, AI development and AI innovation and entrepreneurship. Congratulations to all, and well done Mark and Liam and all the Alldus international team, to Altada, the sponsors, to Adapt, our colleagues, next door, the AI Research Centre, CCT College, Mazars, RDI Hub, Liam, I think you're around somewhere, as well as to IDA and Enterprise Ireland, who are partners in the event. It really is a great demonstration of everybody coming together from the community. Finally, Tangent's raison d'etre is to turn ideas into impact. If you look anywhere around the walls in Tangent, you will see the journey of an idea. It's the place where people come with an idea, and we provide the capacity and education and platforms to turn those ideas into impact. Our raw material is impact, and we foster, educate, incubate and accelerate ideas into world-changing impacts. One of our first ever student companies supported on the Launchbox Accelerator was Artomatics. Founder Eric Risser, a Trinity grad, came here with an idea to enhance the graphical user experience for gaming, and a few years later, in 2019, sold this company for $60 million. So we're proud to be able to support companies and individuals like Mark, or like Eric. So building on the experience and capability and delivering accelerators, we, in partnership with Altada, a sponsor of today, launched Alcessor earlier this year. So Alcessor is one of Europe's first AI accelerators. And I'm delighted to let you know that we will run this accelerator again early next year. So on this accelerator, you will gain and the founders gain access to an incredible network here in Trinity, but also globally. We have international mentors, as well as mentors from across the institution here and across the country. There's funding available for successful applicants, access to technology, and access to some of the best minds in the world. So if you are an early stage startup or maybe you've begun your AI entrepreneurial journey and are interested in participating on this accelerator, you can visit our website at www.tcd.ie/tangent and look for the Alcessor AI Accelerator to register your interest. We will be recruiting for that accelerator early next year, so we look forward to working with you. Congratulations again to everybody today, to all the winners and all participants. You know, as I said, AI is the next frontier, and it's so wonderful to see companies large and small participate and want to demonstrate their pride of work. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ken. And if anyone else is interested in finding out a little bit more about AI Ireland, please feel free to reach out to me at mark@AIAWARDSIRL. I'd love to be able to share more information. Before we finish up, I'd just like to say a special thank you to Liam McNamara. Liam has done amazing work in the background, particularly in the challenging environment that we have. So if everyone could give Liam a big round of applause, please, I'd really appreciate it. And thank you very much. And that is us done. Take care. Bye.